Well, good evening there, guys. This is Ashley from Ashley's Allotment, and this is my official SHEDWARS22 entry video. So, as you can see, I'm at home, so my entry video is going to consist of telling you all what I'm going to be growing throughout the year, and a little bit of background information at the end. So we'll start by just swiveling the camera around, and then I can get on and show you what I'll be doing. Okay, so as I said, we'll start with the showing you what I'm going to be growing. So I'm going to start with the legumes, which is anything to do with peas or beans. So here we have runner beans, Moonlight. They were very good. We had them last year, so excuse the dog coughing there. But so, and then it will be dwarf yellow beans. I like those in a nice stir fry, or just on the side with maybe a pork chop or something. Dwarf Butternut beans. And then we have some Cascada peas. Now, some of these were presents over the Christmas period, so these are early peas, so that's good. They'll be going in. And then we have here Hurst green shaft peas. They're pretty self-explanatory, really. But then on to the more likely root vegetables that I'll be growing. This is Celeriac, which I've never grown it before, but my next door neighbour at home had one that she said she didn't want it. So, and she had a butternut squash as well that she didn't want. So she gave them to me, and I looked up a recipe and I made soup with them too. And I've got to say, that's what made me buy these. It was absolutely delicious. And the next thing I got to buy is the butternut squash. On again now to carrots, Amsterdam, forcing. These are early. They'll be going in at the beginning of February, hopefully. And then I will follow that sowing up with these, which are early Nantes too. So I'm going to be doing a lot more successional sowing this year. And then we have Swede. So these are a bit later in the year, beginning of May, they get sown outside. Then on to the beetroot, which is Detroit, sowing April to July again. They're more for my wife and mother-in-law. And then the kohlrabi, which again I grew for the first time last year, and I did enjoy them. They're quite nice, so I'll be doing some more of those. And then onto the allotment staple here, which is parsnip. So they'll be going out in March time, they have a very long growing period. And got a few peppers here which I'm going to try. Tip Top California Wonder, standard sort of pepper, and then a cayenne pepper. They look quite nice. Try them. And here there's Basket of Fire. I grew 2 of those last year and they did very well in the greenhouse. And now on to the brassicas. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. So that's the proper broccoli, as I call it, purple early sprouting broccoli. And then on to Matador, which is a spinach. Again, these were a present, so but I do like spinach, absolutely love it. And then a good old favourite here, cabbage Durham early. Now on these you can sow them July to August or March to May for greens, so I will be sowing those in July, which if you sow them in July or August, then they'll be in until this time next year, really. So, and then of course we have the autumn green calabrese, the fake broccoli. Everybody calls it broccoli, but it's debatable whether it is or not. So yeah, I still enjoy it. So, and then of course we come to the kale. This is absolutely lovely. I had 2 plants of this last year, and I did end up with too much. Hardly anybody else eats it that I know of in the family type thing, so, but I'm still going to grow it. And then we get to the Savoy Cabbage. So as you can see there, tasty cabbage for Christmas. So sowing time for those is April and May, and plant out in June and July. So that's 2 lots of cabbage I will have in the ground over more like the winter months. And then we come to the Brussels sprouts here. So they're not sown until March, this particular one. Dark Mar 21. Excuse me. So that's them. But then we have another one, which is Bedford Filler Basket, which same thing again, slightly different variety. And then we come to the tomatoes. So I got this one the other day, never grown it before. Cocktail Crush, excellent resistance to blight, which, considering last year I lost all of my tomato plants to blight. So I'm going to try him, but then I've got a few others I'm going to do. If they get blight, they do. SPA tomato, never grown these before, as you can see there. A present from Christmas time. Roma VF tomatoes. They're more for the missus, she likes those. And then of course Marmande tomatoes, which is really a beefsteak tomato, I suppose, which I'm hoping to get some of those this year so as I can make a few chili sauces, pasta sauces, that sort of thing. And then last one on the tomatoes, Maskotka. Never heard of it. It's obviously give them a go. And then we get to the salad type stuff. Oak leaf red lettuce. Self-explanatory, that one. But they do look very nice in the ground, I do have to say. And a courgette, Black Beauty. So might give them a go, but not 100% convinced on those yet. Cucumber, so that again is self-explanatory on that one. Grand Rapids lettuce. They look quite nice. And these, Lola Rossa. Yep, absolutely love these. They're just so, they look nice in the ground because of the two different colours that you can see, but they taste amazing. They are lovely. And then we got a Valmain cut and come again lettuce. So that'll do for that one. And then we have here the little gem lettuce. These are perfect if you're just a couple or you have 3 people living in your household and you want to grow your own lettuce. These are ideal. As the name says, they don't get very big, and one lettuce will do a couple of meals, I suppose, but that's good. And then we get to the Iceberg lettuce. This is a heading lettuce, as you can see by the picture there. So, and then we get to the radishes. These I'm doing French breakfast this year. Yep, give those a go. And then we're down now to the last lot, which is the Leeks. Musselburgh Leeks. This is an old favourite, been around for a while. Nice and reliable. And then we got the elephant leek, which they tend to get a bit bigger than your average leek, a bit more substantial. And then maybe I also some white onion seed. I haven't sown any yet, but I've got plenty of time for that. So I'll just pause it there. So yes guys, so that's the what I'm going to be sowing this year. That does not include the potatoes. I'm only going to be growing first early potatoes this year. I want to try a bit more of different types of thing this year, you know, different types of tomato, different types of lettuce, and so yeah, so bit of background information then. So been gardening most of my life, on and off. My mum and dad had the back garden or backyard, depending on where you're listening to this from, but there was always veg growing in there, and flowers, roses, you know, that sort of thing. And then when I first got married, I was had my own gardening business for a very short while, but nevertheless. And then I had to my own back garden, which was some veg there, not a lot, but then sort of like fast forwarding, and I'm now at an allotment site where that's where I'm content. Not that I'm not content elsewhere, I'm content at home, but that's where all my worries tend to disappear. So that's what gardening can do for you. It can benefit your mental health as well as your physical health. So if you've got any questions on what I've shown you or what I've talked about, then please feel free to comment below. So, as I said at the beginning, this is my official entry video for SHEDWARS22. And on that note, guys, whoever is entering this year, whoever's going to participate in this global growing community, good luck.